I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Don't go through a breakup alone. Click on the link in the description below to get a one-on-one coaching with me, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about I'm going crazy. So, sometimes when we're going through a breakup, we feel like we are going absolutely crazy. Well, breakups can be very traumatic, and it's overwhelming in a lot of different areas. And a trauma is something that is overwhelming to people. And we feel like we don't have any control over our body a lot of the times, or our thoughts, or our emotions. It can be mentally and physically exhausting. So what do? We spend hours and hours and hours just replaying our relationship and events that happened in our relationship, thinking about what we did wrong, what we wish we could change. We're bargaining, where we just are constantly rethinking different scenarios and how you would still be together if they had gone differently. We get anxious, we get scared, absolutely huge. We're scared that we're going to lose them forever. And sometimes we do. That's just the reality of it. I can tell you that from my own situation, that did happen. You know how I talk about the girl that, I wound up crying at Applebee's? Well, that was back in 2011. And for that situation, I had an amazing relationship with this girl. We laughed all the time. We could tell each other anything. Our families, our friends all got along. There was no stress. And literally, it just fell apart in the matter of 2 or 3 weeks. It was insane. And for me, it completely fell apart. There was a lot of emotional things that she was going through that I understand now. At the time, I didn't really understand what was going on with her. And I had no idea what I could do to fix things. And believe me, I tried everything. And my brain could not turn off. I couldn't stop thinking about the situation. I couldn't stop obsessing over every little detail, how to try and fix things. I couldn't sleep. I mean, I was sleeping a few hours a night if I was lucky. I had no appetite. I mean, I must have lost 15, 20 pounds easy. All I did was just spend hours reading books, watching the terrible videos that are still up in a lot of cases today on YouTube or wherever on the net. I had no idea what to do to get her back. I mean, I would talk with all of my friends all day, every day. I would go for long walks and just talk to them, call them on the phone, and I just had to. It was the only way I could get through it. And that's, like I tell you guys all the times, you have to talk about it. You have to talk about things. It is the way that we heal. Truly, it is. I'll be honest, I literally begged her to give us another chance. I remember going to her house one day, and I couldn't believe it. This is like a couple days after the breakup, where I just literally, it is the kind of relationship that was out of the movies. That when I told people, literally not one person believed it for a second. They thought I was kidding with them. When I went and told my mom, she was, no way. Her sister, her mother, no way. Nobody could believe it. Everybody was just in utter shock. I mean, sometimes it happens. I mean, sometimes you could be with somebody and have an amazing relationship and it falls apart. And there's a lot of different reasons that could have happened. And now I understand it. Now I understand attachment styles. Now I understand some of the other things that were going on and a lot of the different dynamics that I look for when you guys come to me. Now I understand all those dynamics and say, that's why when you do a Skype coaching or an email coaching with me, I ask you certain questions. There are certain things I'm looking for, because I get it now. And obviously, if we do a Skype coaching, I'm going to get a lot more information. And, you know, because we're interacting and I get to ask you questions and whatnot. But I did the begging. I mean, I was literally sitting at our kitchen table just bawling. I love this girl so much. I mean, I get where you guys are coming from. I know it. Believe me, I have the empathy. That is exactly why I do what I do, because I felt absolutely clueless on what to do. The information was garbage, and it was the worst feeling in my life. Literally, I was depressed. I was crushed. I was sick to my stomach. I literally woke up every day. Every single day, I had diarrhea. And I mean, it was just awful. I mean, you're physically ill, your mental health is just deteriorating, and you get anxious. I had terrible anxiety. This is when I started to go see Margaret. This is literally was after the breakup. And first I went once a week. It wasn't enough for me. I started going twice a week, and I needed it. I mean, I was depressed. I mean, probably the most depressed I've ever been in my life. And, oh, by the way, just to give you an update, Margaret is doing a lot better now. I got an update, I guess it was a day or so ago. I don't remember if I said it in the video, but she's doing tremendously better and recovering. She's going to be doing rehab for a while, but, you know, keep your fingers crossed that one day, hopefully and not in the too distant future, she'll be sitting right next to me, and you guys will be surprised when you see her right next to me. So, I mean, that's not going to be for a while because she has a lot of work to do, but it's way better than what we initially thought was going to be like. So I got an email here from Ryan. He said, "Hey Craig, I cannot tell you how grateful to you for your incredible knowledge. I don't think there is any way I could ever explain how much your videos have helped me. I have been absolutely going crazy over my breakup, and your videos are the only things that keep me sane. My ex and I had an amazing relationship, and there was a guy at work who always lies to get what he wants with girls." Oh, lovely. I've met guys like that. Wonderful people. "He promises the world and then gives them nothing. I know he's doing it with her." He probably is. "I wasn't perfect, and thanks to your videos, I am starting to understand that my anxiety was causing me to push her away." Happens a lot. "She got sick of it, and I feel like an absolute fool. All I do is think about ways to get her back. She started dating that guy at work right away. I don't understand how she can do it. It's driving me crazy." I can completely understand what you are going through, because that is exactly what happened with my ex, what I was just talking about. When she broke up with me, she started dating a guy immediately after. I don't know, maybe it was a couple of weeks, but it was infuriating, and it was confusing, and it was just a whirlwind of different emotions, and I know exactly what that feels like. He said, "I can't stop thinking about them together. I imagine them having sex, and it absolutely kills me inside. I seriously can't get the thoughts out of my mind." Well, this is normal. Most people are going to have those kinds of thoughts and those kinds of fears, and it's very difficult. We all experience symptoms that basically feel like we're going through withdrawals of a drug, and it's similar in the brain passages that is exactly how we're wired. It is like the same feeling. And like I said, guys, the best way to deal with it is to talk about it. And so this is good for his situation because we have one set up. But guys, not only are you going to feel tremendously better just talking to me about it and hearing my thoughts, a professional's thoughts on your situation, and you're also going to get a plan to, you know, maximize your chances and on different strategies based on what's going on for your own situation. So you're going to love the Skype sessions. I love doing Skypes with you guys. It's amazing getting to talk with you guys around the world. I really enjoy it. He said, I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like she's going to wind up marrying him. Well, okay. It's really easy to let your irrational thoughts pop in your head and then they just spin out of control. And you have to be aware of them and ask yourself, how likely is it to really happen? She just started dating this guy. You know he's a player. I mean, really, realistically, what are the chances that he's going to wind up marrying her? I would say in this particular situation, the guy is a rebound, and you have to be rational. How likely is it going to be that they wind up marrying each other? It's not likely to last very long, maybe a few months. Every situation is different. But marrying her, safe to say that the chances of that are slim. You know, most relationships don't last, period. Most relationships don't last even when they've started in a healthy way, where two single available people come together to meet. Let alone, and you know, emotionally healthy. We have a guy that's a player, he's probably just using her, and a girl that's emotionally vulnerable. So what are the chances of that lasting into a healthy romantic relationship? Not very good, I would say. I would say that he's going to wind up using her, and she's going to figure it out at some point. I know it's difficult. I really do. I can empathize. I remember going through my breakups and throughout my life, and I am just as bad, if not worse, than a lot of you guys are. And that's why I decided to figure this out. That's why I do what I do. Because I know exactly what it feels like. I know what it feels like not to have the information. That's why I put out as much info as I can for you guys. Breakups are very traumatic, and you have to talk about it. If you don't want to work with me, find a professional in your area, or at least talk with your friends about it. But like I said, be very careful at taking their advice. I'm telling you guys, I got an email tonight. A guy, we just did a Skype last week, and I gave him the information. We came up with a nice plan, and then what happens? Friends and family come along and start giving him 100 different scenarios, telling him that the plan that we came up with was wrong, putting doubts in his head, and then he had to sign up for an email coaching, so we got some things straightened out. But it happens. Your friends and your family don't understand this, okay? Most of your friends and family probably don't even have healthy, happy relationships themselves. So you want to be very careful about taking their advice. Talk to them, spend time with your friends, but as far as doing what they suggest, they're going to tell you to do the wrong things, and I know from personal experience. Really, talking about it is going to make you feel in more control. That is the way our brain works. You'll see. You'll see when we work with me. Tell me your story. Tell me what's going on with your situation so I can not only come up with a plan for you, but I can give you strategies so we can talk together about what's going to, you know, maybe help you make you feel better, or, you know, there's a lot of different things that are going to come up in a Skype, believe me. A lot of unresolved issues will come up. You're really going to enjoy it. But, you know, I get where you're coming from, guys. I really do. I get why you feel like you're going crazy. Because you really do. And the obsessive thoughts they're so hard to stop. You know, you can't. You want to, but you can't sleep. You don't want to eat. You wake up in the middle of the night. I was waking up with nightmares all the time. It's tough. It really is a very, very difficult time, and I am here for you guys. So if you want to get my help personally, just go to my website, AskCraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. If you like the video and you appreciate the hard work that I put out these videos 5 days a week, put a like on there so I know, and be sure to subscribe to the channel because I do post videos Monday through Friday. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.